Hello, sweet bees. As I'm doing this reading, it is July 7, 7 7. This is what some could be calling, what some call an energy gate. This is also a day of celebration in Japan for two stars that are able to meet only on this day, or because they're separated by the Milky Way. I don't really know the story, but it's a beautiful day for children to write wishes, not witches. Interesting Freudian slip. They write wishes on a piece of paper and they hang it on bamboo trees. So, not only to me sevens being the number of perfection makes it a fun, I hope to be energy gate. Also, that would relate perfection to being happy. So I'm picking the My Happiness Tarot spread to see what message we're going to get, and it is also Islamic New Year. So Happy New Year to our Muslim friends. There you go. Let's see what angel, s'il vous plaît, nos guides, is with us, or in case there is two, on this happiness reading. S'il vous plaît, nos anges d'amour. Who is going to guide? What divine energy is guide? Okay, look at this. It's coming. Oh, ho, ho. Goddess Gaia, who I haven't used this deck very often, very much lately. But look at how we have Goddess Gaia again. If you are one of the older bees, you'll know that, like Mother Mary, she would come a lot. Mother Gaia, Goddess Gaia, talked to us about, has a keyword of Mother Nature, the provider, and the elements. That talks about a lot of things to me. Mother Nature, I'm going to Mother Mary, with the abundance of love and things that we need. As a provider, that tells me that this message could be talking to not necessarily single mother, but a mother that is also a provider in the sense that she's the one that's working in the family. We all know, not to standardize things, but women's work seems to be heavier. Okay, if I don't want to open that door, so I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. And now that I rethought that, that could also be a message for the energy of the home that is providing. There we go. I think that's fairer. And with the elements, that's making me think of the energy of the magician, meaning that you have all the tools in your hands to create the environment that you want, that you love, that makes you happy. Awesome energy to have to guide this happiness spread. And with Baba Yaga, who is another energy I adore, because she talks about balance between being wise and being wild. We have the energy of the witch, which to me is more about and it's funny because we have the elements with the goddess Gaia here. With the witch, I have the energy of the magician again, that talks about quote unquote casting spells, but a spell is just something that's made out of love. When you make a soup for somebody who is sick, you are in a way making a spell. You are throwing all the ingredients that you know is going to make the person feel better, and you are putting your love into that without even realizing it. That's part of being a quote-unquote witch. And the duality, of course, but to me this duality is more about finding balance between the two. Okay, I'm going to put Baba Yaga over here if she'll fit. Here we go. So we have it's interesting that I was talking about perfection with the number 7, and we have the Christic energy at the bottom again. At the bottom, hiding behind the bottom. I was talking, so this number 7 being the number of perfection. I don't know why I grew up thinking number 7 was the number of perfection, so maybe that's what it means for me. What is more perfect than you being happy? And we have, to me, between Goddess Gaia and Baba Yaga, we have the notion of being complete, being whole, between the two here. So if you're whole, you are somewhat perfect. Not that we're going to compare oneself with the divine, but there's a notion of having everything you need in any case. I wanted to use here the Everyday Witch Oracle. Interesting that we have the energy of the witch, and the number 1 with the card of the magician is also you creating your past. You are the energy creating the new elements, your new environment, s'il vous plaît. And that's I've been liking to use the Everyday Oracle for the energy. Follow your dreams. See, with the magician is you creating your dreams, and you are called here to follow your dreams. And what will make you happier than you following your dreams? So that little witch here is ready to take a leap of faith. With that, I'm also seeing the energy of the Fool. Like the Fool would be at the the edge of the cliff, trusting that the universe will carry him wherever he'll grow and be happy and be on the path that he needs to be. I have the same energy here with him being like, with the broom, like he could be flying out on his broom, right? I love how we have the cat that seems to be communicating with another cat through a crystal ball here. That makes me feel like his companion. I'm feeling that duality that we have with Baba Yaga, but more like this energy of two souls being together. Maybe following your dream means you finding that your other half. It also feels like, and with this, okay, so interesting how we have 2 cats on this picture as well at the bottom of the deck. You are called to cleansing body and spirit. Just as a side note, or between parentheses, if you feel like, and I know I'm going to be doing it, it's been in the back of my mind. If you feel like you have diminished energies, that you have been drained, that a lot of negative feeling, emotions, situation are happening in your life right now, take a shower, clean yourself. You have to be clean before that. You have to be clean to cleanse. So clean yourself, clean your home. But for this ritual here, just take a shower, wash well, and then take a bath with salt. And as you're taking this bath, obviously relax and say all the stuff that you want to cleanse yourself from. Or you can call on your gods to protect you and your angels to protect you, and ask, to get your energy back. Salt bath after having taken a shower. That's what this picture reminded me. I definitely feel that right now, because I keep wanting to do it, and it's like, I feel better after my shower, and I never do it. So if this came out, it's because we need that, some of us. Okay, Baba Yaga, I want to kind of like see you. Is that gonna work? There we go. Okay. Here we go. Let's go see what this happiness tarot spread is going to be about, s'il vous plaît, nos anges. The 4 of Pentacles came out in a private reading I did yesterday. This 4 of Pentacles made me think of you having done everything you can financially, you have saved, you still think, but you're not being greedy or scared anymore. You have reached a place where you feel comfortable. That doesn't mean that you are rich. It just means that you finally can sit down and relax and feel like she was brushing her long hair, and appreciate, not so much like a Nine of Pentacles, but more like you feel good about what you have done with your finances. Okay, s'il vous plaît, no guide. Can we get on this reading for the happiness, s'il vous plaît? What came out here? The Nine of Pentacles. I was just talking about the Wish card. This Nine of Pentacles is very weird to me because this is the card. Oh, I'm sorry, I was confusing with the Nine of Cups. No, this is the Nine of Pentacles, where you are. You have all the abundance that you need. You've worked hard, and it's time for you to relax. Except that this one looks like she's kind of spying on someone. That's the way, and she's in the dark. But it could be like something she likes to do. So who knows? But anyway, that's the card of accomplishment. Allez, here we are. What do we have at the bottom of the deck? The Five of Pentacles, where see, I was just saying, like, you have done everything that you can for your finances, and there is still that concern, like nothing is going to work, while you have this person that's coming here to help you. It's not the end of the world. You have the help of the universe. You have the help of someone. And we are back to 2, by the way. The Five of Pentacles in the traditional deck, you have I think it's 2 or 3 characters working together in the snow. But it means that you're not alone at the end of the day, okay? And that if you look ahead of you, you have the help that will provide you help and shelter. And my spread disappeared again. Okay, here we go. So again, you're not alone. Stop thinking that you're alone. There is a duality here. There is an element. There is you just following your dreams. There is 2 cats. There was 2 cats in the other one. For some of you, you keep thinking that you have to go at it alone. You don't. And with these 2 women energies here, I feel a lot of nurturing at your door. Okay, so what does happiness mean for our little bee, s'il vous plaît? What does happiness mean for our little bee, nos anges d'amour? Okay, the Nine of Swords is the card of anxiety. Okay, you feel alone. You could be this one or this one. Both of them are in agony. It looks like this siren is like calling to this person, and he doesn't want to go. He's hiding. He's covering his ears. And they are both suffering. One is not being heard, and the other one does not want to hear. To me, what happiness means to you is not having anxiety anymore. Not having nightmares, not having worry, not having concern, not having bad nights, not having not having deep thoughts, shredding you all the time. I mean, that to me is, I guess everybody would want that, but I feel like those of you that are going to listen to this message are ridden with anxiety. And what would make you truly happy is not having that anymore. So if I can provide some kind of advice, not that I, what's the term? If I can humbly provide some kind of advice, it would be to go talk to someone. Okay, you don't want to hear, that's fine. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be talking to someone. Okay, you need to it feels like you need to let go of a lot of things. If you want to reach happiness, you have to take that leap of faith too. You cannot get rid of anxiety if you don't trust anyone, if you don't trust the universe, if you don't trust that it's going to work out, that it's going to be okay. Okay, So right there. But I mean, this is a valid thing to want to be free of anxiety. To me, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, what part of our little bee's life makes them the happiest right now? We're talking about right now. What part of our little bee's life makes them the happiest right now, s'il vous plaît, nos guides? Ten of Pentacles, the family. Your family is what makes you the happiest when you have like these meals together. It's possible that for some of you it's some memory, but as long as you are in a celebratory mode, as long as you are with your peers, you are at your happiest. And I mean, it makes sense because, okay, for some of us it could be that Thanksgiving does not make them happy, but the message is for those of you who feel so isolated, so alone on the top of the cliffs there with no exit, and not wanting to hear, like being afraid of hearing the solution that the universe is giving it to them. And what makes you happy and gives you and re-energize you is to be around your family members. And also, with the Ten of Pentacles, there is a notion of accomplishment. What is it? I saw recently and I loved it. There is a group that I follow on Facebook. I think it's Understanding Tarot, where and it's really Pam Richards wrote a book that I yet have to get. But I have so many tarot books that I'm hesitating. But a lot of people congratulate her on it. So they put a card and they put like 6 pictures representing the notion of the card. And for the Ten of Pentacles, we had like the picture of the family of Downton Abbey, or the picture of the family of the show Dallas. So like it's powerful, accomplished families with family money. So that's what I mean by accomplished. Like the family is has no fear of any kind, really, like, because they can do what, quote unquote, whatever they want. There is not going to be worry about paying the bills. There is not going to be about dinner on the table. There is not going to be worry about sending the children to school, stuff like that. This is what I mean by accomplished. Okay, so that is what makes you happy right now. It's possible that that's why you have that's why you would have anxiety, for example. This is what you want to achieve. But because this is what makes you the happiest right now, it could be that you have that. Okay. Okay. What part of our little bee's life do they need to focus on to make themselves happier? So what part of our little bee's life do they need to focus on to make themselves happier, s'il vous plaît, nos anges? What part of their life do they need to focus on to make themselves happier? Knight of Swords. With this Knight of Swords, I have the same energy as this one right here that needs to maybe you'll see better this way, that needs to take a leap of faith. The Knight of Swords it's like the opposite of this one in a way, okay, because he knows what he wants and he's going for it. He has the energy and he's quick. He doesn't take forever thinking. Like this one is like you're thinking, recessing, thinking, having a nightmare, being ridden by fear. There is no more fear here. There is a warrior energy and there is going. Okay, so the part of your life that you need to focus on, let's see what the Knight of Swords talks about here. If that's gonna give us a clue. Where is your sword? Part of your life. Do I need to focus on? I feel like this could be your work too. Ideas come and ideas go. The ones that stick around do so for a reason. These ideas are ready to make a commitment and are asking you to do the same. They want you to play your part and honor your role in the co-creation process. We are back with the energy of two here, even if it is just one night. We're talking about co-creation. One young knight understands his level of commitment. For every day she must show up and train. Also, there is still the energy of learning. Following through, showing up even when you don't want to, and understanding that sometimes what you co-create has little or nothing to do with your personality is true commitment. The Knight of Swords' purpose is to serve her kingdom to the best of her ability. So that your kingdom is your family, obviously. This is why she must continue to focus, clear her mind of distractions, and commit to her process. And so what part of my life do you need to focus? It's a co-creation. So to me, that goes back to work too. If the Knight of Swords has shown up in your reading, you are being asked to commit to an idea. This is not just any idea, but one that will move you closer to your purpose or life's dream. And we're talking about your nightmare that, that you want to get rid of. This is what you'll find happiness once you follow your dream. I just realized that this card here is about following your dream. You're having nightmare and you are called here to go with your idea. Your idea is what you dream of. This is your idea, is what the universe is sending to you, right? And you want that will allow you to get closer to your life's purpose, to the purpose of your life. I'm sorry. You must be willing to give this idea your full and clear mind, and we're talking about cleansing. Okay, so when you take that cleansing bath, ask to get a clearer mind, which obviously is ridden with anxiety right now. So you must be willing to give this idea your full and clear mind, and be willing to work with each and every day. With it each and every day, as only this level of commitment will earn you the result you require. Okay, so you need to focus on this idea. This is the part of your life that you need to focus on to make yourself happier. If you have a nagging idea, it is also for a reason. Okay, so there is this co-creation you need to do, and there between, look at this as between this, or maybe look at that, you have anxiety facing a family, and you are called by the universe to get towards this family here. A family also doesn't need to be blood. It could be recomposed. It could be whatever makes you feel like family. Okay, I hope that's clear to you, because especially in my life, like, there is so many people that I have been adopted in my family. I was raised by someone who was not my biological father. I found that as I was a very mature adult. But I still got the love that I'm so grateful for. My children's dad was adopted. My children, one of their grandmothers was adopted. We have lesbians in the family that had. Some of the children were artificially inseminated, some of the children were adopted, but yet we all love each other so much that we make an amazing family, right? I feel, in any case. It doesn't stop us from growing and loving and being all together and supporting each other. So maybe that's what giving you such anxiety, is that you have what culture and that duality to, like, you being the wise and what you think or know to be wise, and what seems wild to you, but a recomposed family, or a family made of love is what matters. So if the universe is nagging you with this idea, oops, maybe it was done like this for a reason. Interesting that I was going with this here. So this is what you want to achieve, and this is, whatever, again, that co-creation, go for it. This is clear. This is what you need to focus on to get to the happiest of yourself. Okay, my number 4. What changes do a little bee need to make right now? What changes do they need to make right now, s'il vous plaît, nos guides? The Chariot, again, look at that, this energy of like going. The Chariot has a notion of success, and the Chariot has a notion of letting yourself be guided by the universe. Okay, look at how these two are like going together. It's interesting because in the classic tarot, you have a white sphinx and a dark sphinx, sphinx. I'm sorry. In some you have horses, pulling a chariot. It's always a black and white horse, and you have some others in the lunar tarot. It had comes out many times where you have a black wolf and a white wolf. This is just your light and shadow selves. This is the duality that Baba Yaga is talking about. But this is trusting that the universe is guiding you in the right place. Okay, so the change that I deeply feel that you need to do right now is to trust that everything is going to be okay. You are called since the very, very beginning to make that leap of faith. You are called to trust. You are called to go and just go with faith. And some of you, if you're here listening anyways, I feel like you have that trust or interest in the divine in some way. But some of you, it's possible that you're intrigued and you don't really know what to believe. If you should believe in anything, is 1, in yourself, and 2, the abundance that the universe wants to give you, and go with trust. The Chariot is really heading towards your success, coming triumphant, and but because we're talking about the change here, is you need to accept the 2 things in your life. Not everything is perfect. There is going to be some light, there is going to be some shadows, there is going to be some easy things, there is going to be some more difficult things. But if you combine the 2 and trust the universe, you'll go wherever you're supposed to go, and you'll be fine. Going with the flow can be very difficult, but once you do, you will see how much lighter your step will be. Okay? What happens if our little bees makes those changes? What happens if our little bees makes those changes of trust and going with the flow here, s'il vous plaît, nos guides d'amour? They will find balance. The Queen of Swords, look at her. Wow, she's like the Ice Queen. But the Queen of Swords is fair, is balanced. Look how straight she is. She speaks the truth. She speaks what she feels. She's all about logic. And she's all about fairness. She could be very scary if she was in reverse, but I don't do reverse energy unless I'm really called to. But look at that compassionate face. So there is like almost a little smile in that face, with all this white hair, and I think I feel purity, renewal too, like like the spring, like winter, getting rid of all the old and bringing the newness of the spring for some reason. Yes, so if you are going to do the changes and trust the universe, you will be a lot calmer. Look at that, like you had this anxiety here, okay, and those nightmares and stuff. The Queen of Sword has no anxiety. The Queen of Sword, she knows what to think, she knows what to say. She speaks the truth, she feels the truth, and there is no fear. She's balanced. Finally. That's great. Some people, well, again, if she was reversed, some people can think of her as cold, but it's just because there is, to me, with the Queen of Swords, there is the notion of the Justice card. Okay, she's fair and balanced, and speaks the truth. That's all I can think of. She, if you were in a situation where your heart is needing to heal, and your goal to be like the Queen of Swords, you could be having to go with logic. She's all about logic, okay? But because you are ridden with anxiety, if you finally follow this advice from the universe here, you'll get that level of energy here. Let me read it to you. The Queen of Swords. You have a lot of swords, so obviously some of you, your happiness comes from clearing that mental energy. Do you know the story of the Snow Queen? I don't mean the one written by men, but the real story, her story. She is a winter goddess who has real power, compassion, and intellectual prowess. The Snow Queen rules the season of winter. She is interested in all things cold and frozen. It is up to her to make sure that the world has a balance of silence, still restoration, and busy, sun-filled days. See how we're back to healing and restoring again, and going back to that oracle card at the bottom of the deck here. I'm going to take it out so you guys can keep on seeing it in the back of your mind here. Oops, what fell? The magic is in your hand. Okay, so going back to the goddess of winter here. I'm going to make you look at her because she is pretty cool. She cares for all those who live in the extremes of the pole, standing to their knees and keeping the peace between all who reside there. Her kingdom is vast and her responsibility is immense, yet you will never hear her complain. This is who she is, this is her true form, the keeper of reason, order, and harsh realities. Excuse me. The Snow Queen governs some of the most extreme territories in the world. Conditions are very rarely favorable, yet she must get on with her job. Regardless of her harsh environment, others still look to her for guidance and leadership. She needs to keep her mind focused and decisions swift. So again, with a balance and being quick with that. Oh, and the Chariot, by the way, is number 7. As we're doing this reading on 7/7, and this is what you need to do right now. So there is something pretty intense and powerful that you need to listen to, like the trusting and going with the flow and letting the universe guide you, because the universe will guide you to your success and to your kingdom. That's amazing. You may find you are walking in the footsteps of the Snow Queen right now. Your situation may not be ideal, obviously, because you have such anxiety, and it may seem like everything is against you, but you have to keep going. You have to keep going and let the universe guide you. Others are depending on you to stay the course and lead the way. Even if you feel alone, you are reminded that others need you to stay the course. You don't know what you are going to be representing for somebody else tomorrow also. Apparently, you have a kingdom, whether you realize it or not. What is the final result if our little beast follows his advice, s'il vous plaît? What is the final result if our little beast follows his advice, s'il vous plaît? And we are going to the King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands is definitely not the energy of this Nine of Sword here. The King of Wands is, I mean, look how strong he can feel about himself. He has that light, he's guiding, like this Queen of Sword is doing. And look at, we were talking about duality. You have like a total summer looking king with a very winter looking queen. So to me it feels like there is balance between the two energy. We have a female and a male energy. We have that completion I was talking about at the beginning. If you follow this advice, you will feel like the accomplished person. You want to feel like the complete person. The King of Wands is not afraid to take action. The King of Wands, he with his tattoos, he makes me think of that god in Moana. I can't remember his name now, but Dwayne Johnson with his tattoos. I'm gonna take a second to read it. Hang on. You know what? Pass or read with me. Because the Mermaid Tarot is so different, and I never took the time to read it all. In any case, I'm working on the Light Seeker and a couple of other decks right now to reread the things and remind myself things that anyways, the Shark King Kamoali takes his job as a protector and ruler very seriously, again with a protector and ruler. The waters and, well, obviously with a queen, the waters and land of his kingdom are abundant and rich, and many a troublemaker has tried and failed to infiltrate his peaceful and productive kingdom. In order for his queen to fulfill her duties, he must first fulfill his own. With his fire pearl at full power, he patrols the boundaries of his realm, protected by the many sharks at his command. Maybe he's a shark of the ocean, or, you know, that will mean something to you. He makes sure his sentinels are in place and that the wards and protection spell of the fire pearls have not been tampered with. The King of Wands knows only too well that the freedoms and rights of his inhabitants are fragile things. If he's not vigilant, they could very easily be taken away, which could be also one of the things giving you anxiety. The King of Wands reminds us that power comes with great responsibility, and that your place at the top is only as firm as your dedication to lead with commitment and honor. He understands that his strength is not just for him alone, but for all who fall under his protection and guidance. Being a leader is not easy, and being one with great power is even harder still. However, despite his serious nature and commitment to the betterment of his realm, he will also act instantly and without hesitation. The King of Wands is a doer, not a dreamer, and his boundless energy serves his duties as well. Look at the big picture of him, because he's really cool and powerful, and he has like a warrior god look to himself with his helmet too. With his helmet, I feel like some kind of head protection too, so like coming with the final, you know, like how you have this anxiety with his head protection. I feel like there is some accomplishment with you letting the universe guide you, so that you can get to that leader, not moment, but feeling like that you're leading your life. You'll get rid of this anxiety somehow, with that trust, and you will find this completion. It's interesting how your happiness obviously shows a commitment of forms, a commitment and Action. Okay, so trusting, being swift and quick. Seem to be the keyword of this reading here. Following your dreams. And how your dreams are family and this power couple here. Okay, can I get last advice here, s'il vous plaît, for our little bees? S'il vous plaît, no keep d'amour. That's how you will get. What was again that King of Wands? Let me look at this again. Oops. That King of Wands was a final result. So yeah, okay. So that's where you're headed if you follow this guidance. I mean, this is not the worst, right? Okay, I'm gonna take it, even though there was a bunch, because I stopped and looked at it because of the man of war here. Portuguese man of war. He looks like a man of war, and the keywords are collaboration, teamwork. Since the very beginning, there is a duality, there is a collaboration, there is a teamwork. Even though it seems that you want to go at it alone, you need to realize that the universe does not want you to go at it alone. And look at with the octopus, we have all these hands, all these sides, all these options. However, these tell you to keep to yourself and be discreet. So maybe you feel like sharing these ideas with too many people. You are called to mum the word, okay? Stop telling everyone about what it is that you want to do. Sometimes the best ideas and the best decision are something that you are going to take on your own without anybody's opinion. Do we give something else, Legate, s'il vous plaît? Alright, we're done. I want to pick, I was supposed to receive it yesterday. I'm so upset with the brown truck because every time they are the one delivering, every time they will tell you that they could not get in the building. Somehow the purple and orange one can make it. Somehow the post office can make it. Somehow anybody else can make it. But they always have an issue. I just had to throw that out there. It's so upsetting. S'il vous plaît, no keep d'amour. So anyways, I was supposed to get the Llamas deck yesterday, and I have not received it. So we're still using Litha. That's fine. Sun magic! With the sun, I mean, this is just perfect happiness. This is a great card to have coming out on the happiness reading. I'm so glad that it finally came out. Because to me, the sun is the notion of actually bringing out your inner child too, and just true happiness and joy. Don't allow the power of your light to scare you into dimming yourself. This anxiety here, okay? The fear, that's what will keep you down, okay? So don't allow that, because look how bright you are, okay? You are light like that. And that makes me think of the hermit too. So enough, get out of your cave, okay, already. Get out of that cave. Message from Mother Mary, s'il vous plaît. Maman Marie, what is the message for our little bees on this happiness? Lady of great power. Fine, I'll take them both. Wow, Lady of great power. And I'll go to her after. Our Lady of great power, which has her baby in her arm. Action at the bottom of her feet. We have a Lady of great power over here. Take care not to allow an optimistic attitude to override discernment in an issue in need of repair. Denial creates, I need new glasses, maybe, I'm so sorry. Denial creates an undercurrent of anxiety. Denial creates an undercurrent of anxiety. Denial, okay, so refusing to follow this idea. And an intuitive sense that something is wrong but not being openly acknowledged. That's what will give you anxiety. Without acknowledgement, constructive solutions are not sought or implemented. With hope in your heart, give voice to what isn't working so you can get to this. Then ask Our Lady for help. She is of unlimited recourse. That's you again, trusting the universe to guide you toward this. Okay, the universe wants you to go there. Oops, sorry. So if this is where you want to go, stop showing fear and trust the universe, trust Mother Mary. If it's difficult for you to find a guide or a divine energy, like turning towards Mother Mary is a win-win. And with this one, she's also holding her baby in her arms. We have the tree that talks about connection and family. To me, even if this is the burning tree, talking about following certain tradition maybe. And with the three flowers, I'm thinking of collaboration. And with the stars on her mantle, I hope that's the right word, on her coat, I'm thinking of a bunch of wishes coming true. Okay. Our Lady who prevents interference. No fear shall prevent your forward movement. So it looks like no matter what, the universe is going to push you anyways. No obstruction shall overcome your destiny. Her love for you is more powerful than any sabotage or confusion. You can bear witness to darkness in your mind and the world around you, and then bring your attention back to your peaceful sanctuary within her heart. Stay true to your path while you trust in your sacred purpose and her protection. Stay true to your path. Let the universe guide you. Lovely, lovely reading. I like it. A gratitude message, and then I will do one little extra thing. S'il vous plaît, Maman Marie. I'm sorry, our guides, Maman Marie, whoever, give us a gratitude message. Observe your thankfulness. Say thank you with intention rather than out of habit. Feel it, and mean it when you say thank you, because it really affects you and make you feel good, and you show some gratitude. Okay, and now before I go, I want to give you two options. This is like yes or no cards, so think of a couple of questions. S'il vous plaît, no guide. And so for the first one, the answer to your first question, s'il vous plaît, nos anges, give us an answer to our little bee's first question. And obviously don't ask crazy questions, don't make life changing decisions based on that. Okay, there is obviously more than one person that will watch this, so I don't know, you could be like, am I calling this person? Should I call this person, yes or no? Okay, for example, let's see, s'il vous plaît, no guide. What's the answer for the first question? That's just an example. Answer to the first question, ta-da, is you betcha. So that's a yes. Okay. And what is the answer to the second question of our little bee, s'il vous plaît? We have, I believe Roger is another yes. So 2 yeses. Awesome. With that, I'm sending you love and wish you a beautiful day. And of course, this message is, I'm saying that at the end, but whenever you listen to it, it's fine. I hope you had the answers you were seeking and that it will help you. Sending you love. Bye-bye.